As I mentioned earlier on, it is fascinating that very often when people decide they need to get organized, the first thing they want to do is go shopping for the things to help them get organized. Now that you're aware of everything in this course, you know that you have to declutter first, and shopping is not where you need to start. Keeping clutter at bay is an ongoing battle. This module focuses on preventative strategies that will help you maintain the order you've worked so hard to get. Every time you have something in your hand at a store or online in your cart, start out with a critical evaluation. Ask yourself whether this thing truly enhances your kitchen's functionality and will keep you in line with your goals. If you love it, but don't think you'll use it a lot, or you couldn't see yourself going back to buy it if you forgot to pick it up today, it's probably not worth the investment. This mindfulness prevents unnecessary items from sneaking back into your space. I want you to keep hearing my voice until my voice fades and it becomes your voice. Remember that an amazing bargain that ultimately makes your life more difficult isn't an amazing bargain at all. You will need to accept that decluttering is a regular part of your schedule, and you should enjoy it once you shift your mindset to protect yourself and your valuable space. Whether it's monthly or even once every 3 months, your decluttering sessions are really critical for catching and addressing any clutter before it takes over. This routine also helps you stay intimately connected with what you own, which increases your awareness and control over your space. I heard a story once, and it's an analogy of containers to fires, and I'll never forget it. So a firefighter's job is to contain a fire and set boundaries to keep it in control. If the fire exceeds the boundaries, it's out of control. Well, you also need to keep your kitchen in control by setting up these boundaries. How you do this is by containing your categories of things with containers or towns. You have to keep respecting the physical boundaries of the container or of the shelf or of your kitchen itself, or you're going to feel constantly out of control. And when you feel out of control, you've flipped onto the other side of your clutter threshold or your clutter tolerance level. Everybody has different levels, and when you feel overwhelmed and lose your hope, then you are living above your personal clutter threshold. The only way to feel what it's like to live under your clutter threshold is to get rid of things and live with less. Once you do this, you'll get a taste of the feeling of being in control, and you'll have identified the clutter threshold or your personal tipping point. Think about this quote: "The price of anything is how much you're willing to exchange for it." Everything ultimately is valuable and useful, but you can't keep everything just because it's useful or potentially useful. So keep enforcing strict boundaries on how much you can store in your kitchen. If a drawer or a shelf is full, use it as a cue to remember and then remove items rather than trying to find a way to squeeze in more. This practice helps maintain that one in, one out rule, and it ensures that every item in your kitchen has a rightful and functional place. If you don't do this, you'll be right back to where you were at the beginning, where there was a cost to keeping too many things. And this is much more than a physical cost, as you know. This container theory will keep you in check. Remember, it's not you that's the bad guy, it's the size of the container, or it's the space or the shelf. And buying more containers or shelves isn't going to fix the problem. It will only box you in and take away more of your physical space that you need to move around your kitchen. By now, I know you're equipped with effective strategies to prevent clutter from returning. These habits will serve as your daily and your long-term defense against the chaos that clutter can bring. So let's move on to our final module, where we'll adjust our approach based on seasonal needs and events.